Stereochemistry. So, what is stereochemistry? The branch of chemistry which explains special arrangement of atoms and groups. Special arrangement of atoms and groups is called stereochemistry. The stereoisomerism of molecules affects on physical, chemical, and biological and spectroscopy of a molecule. So to know stereochemistry, you have to understand two basic concepts, that is chirality and achirality. First one, chirality. An object or compound which is not superimposable on its mirror image, is called chirality. Plane of symmetry and center of symmetry is not present in chiral molecules. Here, two examples are there. Just observe them. In first example, plane of symmetry is there. And now the second example, here, center of symmetry is here. And examples. So what are examples? Right hand and left hand, spring, and another one is Indian car and American car. Here, an object or compound which has right hand and left hand phenomena, are called chiral compounds. So now next topic, achirality. So now what is achirality? An object or compound which is superimposable, here superimposable on its mirror image is called achiral, and this phenomena is called achirality. Next point, no left right phenomena for these molecules. No left right phenomena. And either plane of symmetry or center of symmetry is present in these molecules. Plane of symmetry and center of symmetry is present in these molecules. Examples: chalk piece, duster, pen, glass, and propanoic acid. Here I am drawing propanoic acid, which is a chiral compound. And next subtopic, optical activity. So here what is optical activity? The phenomena of rotation of plane polarizer light is called optical activity. It is physical property. It is explained by polarimeter. We can't explain it by our own. It only explained by polarimetry. An object or compound which rotates the plane of plane polarizer light towards right or clockwise direction is called dextrorotatory compound, denoted by D and plus symbol also. And next, an object or compound which rotates the plane of plane polarizer light towards left or anticlockwise direction is called levorotatory compound. It is denoted by L or minus symbol. The last point, an object or compound which rotates plane of plane polarizer light in no direction, or it cannot rotate in any direction, is called optical inactive compound. And D and L are relative configurations. We cannot say them dextro levo. Those are only D and L are relative configurations. Here, first light, Nicol prism, plane of plane polarizer light, sample solution, sample tube, and we can see the rotation of plane polarizer light, and we can measure it by using a formula called theta by LC. Here theta is equal to optical rotation, L is equal to length of the sample in decimeters, C is equal to concentration of solution in gram per milliliter. Here first one is dextro means plus 60 clockwise direction plus symbol. Here levo means minus 60 degrees or levo rotatory. If there is no rotation in light, it is optically inactive. And here conditions for optical activity. First one is chiral center. A carbon atom bonded for 4 different groups. Chiral axis. Here the axis by double bonds. Chiral plane. It can be seen in octane. Helicity. Example DNA. First one, chiral center. So what is chiral center? A center which is bonded with 4 different groups is called chiral center. Here I am writing an example. It is bonded to 4 different groups. And chiral element must be sp3 hybridized. Here carbon is sp3 hybridized. And a carbon atom which bonded with 4 different groups is called carbon atom. The middle one is a chiral one. And generally carbon atom containing compounds are optical active. With chiral carbon, some compounds are optical inactive. Example, meso compounds and racemic mixtures. Meso and racemic mixture. Here meso means an object can be divided into 2 equal parts is called meso. And racemic mixture means 50% levorotatory, 50% dextrorotatory is called racemic mixture. Next point, without chiral carbon, some compounds are optically active. Example, chiral axis. Because of chiral axis, they can be optically active. Here, chiral axis. Here I am writing some examples, and in below of them, I am writing it is inactive or active. I can tell you why it is active and why it is inactive. First, just observe these examples. I will tell you why they are active and inactive. Here, now, why they are active and inactive. On terminal carbon, 2 different groups containing even number of double bonds compounds are optically active due to no plane of symmetry. No plane of symmetry. Here I am writing one example. You can see even number of double bonds and different groups are bonded with terminal atoms. So it is optically active. On terminal carbon, same groups containing even number of cumulative dions are optical inactive due to plane of symmetry. Here, terminal carbons with same groups are optically inactive. Same groups, terminal inactive. And here, either same or different group containing odd number of cumulative dions are optically inactive. If it is odd number of double bonds, it is inactive. Because of these are planar molecules and plane of symmetry is present. Plane of symmetry is present in odd number of containing cumulative dions. And here I am giving 2 examples with 1 single bond and 3 single bonds. Both are odd number of double bonds with the same terminal group and different terminal group. Optically inactive due to plane of symmetry. Even number of cumulative double bonds containing compounds are not planar. Not planar. Even means not planar. Odd means planar. And both the terminal groups present in perpendicular plane. Which plane? Perpendicular plane. Geometrical isomerism present in non-planar molecules. So here best example. Here x and y distance is not same, different planes, because different planes, different distance. And in odd number, x is equal to y means same distance, same plane. Here perpendicular and here planar.